Hello, I'm Barry John. Welcome back to Let's Play Descent 2. It is level 20 and I have two co-commentators and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Ethatha.
Hi, I'm Laylite.
And this is a level that I spent a bit of time practicing because, well, you can also see me not using the Gauss cannon for once.
Yeah, it looks like those Gauss enemies have learned to dodge a little bit.
Yep, they have. And this particular level here is a bit of a recharge after the resource starving I was at the beginning, or at the end of last level. Because you can see here how, at the very beginning, I was just checking my missiles out and was like, yeah, I only have Earth Shakers, a couple of Mega Missiles, the 5 concussion missiles you start with at the beginning of every level, and some.
Well, this is a
missiles.
boss level, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna need lots and lots of guns.
Yes, I'm going to need lots of guns, and it doesn't help any that I kept forgetting the boss immunities in this level for my practice runs.
So that's kind of a rude trick, putting that spawner in your starting area, because if you die, you're gonna just reappear in there, and there's gonna be like 5 enemies right there.
Yes, and that's it happened to me during my practice runs, so...
And you can't even like really clean them up, because if you do that and then you run out of there, it'll just activate again.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I guess you could keep doing that over and over and it'd run out, but then that would tank your speedrun ranking.
Speedrun?
How are you going to get the gold medal if that happens?
Oh, there's a reason why I don't do speedruns.
Certainly haven't given you a soft start on this level with all those cloaking enemies around.
Man, those guys are just fast.
Yeah, but fortunately, the cloaking enemies are mine layers for the most part. Yes, there was the one guy with the Phoenix cannon as a cloak, but mostly it was just a case of there being mine layers than anything else. Speaking of mines, I keep remembering that, gotta use them more often than not.
And hopefully you don't run into them
Can't
yourself.
take them with you.
Nah, but yeah, so grabbing that blue key card opens up the entrance to the initial starting room, which, in theory you're supposed to, go forward and turn left or turn right and go back through the opening room there, but there's an enemy spawner in there, and as we talked about, why? Why go back into that room? Also, just now, if you people were paying attention to the homing missile camera, you'll see that the enemy dodged out of the way of the homing missile, so it locked onto a new enemy in the process.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the corridors here are getting crowded enough that you can't do this level damageless, so you just have to pick and choose your battles.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly giving you good
Like
opportunities.
something's going to hit you with a laser sooner or later.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to make sure you don't take any missiles or Phoenix cannon volleys head on.
Wait, no, do not. Shit.
What about a mega missile? Is that proportionate? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think that's a proportionate response, but... give me a second here. I was just waiting for an appropriate time to use the darn thing, because right in my face is not the best spot for it.
Well, hey, you can't miss at point blank.
And... nope. Not enough collateral damage. I think, yeah, he ran away too fast.
Yeah, to the Thiefbot's credit, it knows how to go far away in a level when it has to.
Mm-hmm. And of course, using guided missiles as long range, poke Thiefbot in the ass buttons is always a good thing.
It looks like you got most of it. It's probably nearly dead.
Here's the thing.
Wow. Okay, then.
So you can understand why I don't like going back into this room, especially, without proper preparation. But now I've realized, I've lost track of the thief bot because of the way the level backtracks there, so I'm not sure where it is anymore.
Somewhere very inconvenient, I'm sure.
Very inconvenient. And entering this... Whoa!
Okay.
So what happened was the guy there, the big Hulk, fired off a couple of rounds into it and hit all the smart mines I'd laid behind there, and the smart mines went at it. But actually what I wanted to say about coming into this room is that coming into the room, there's that grating that shows up to the right side there. So you can't actually go into that door on the left-hand side. And this is me saying, screw it, I don't want to have to deal with the enemy spawners in behind. I just want to hit that.
That was nice of the developers to put that little mandatory shoot through the grate section. Like, they made that little dip in the wall texture there to make the shot a little bit easier.
Yeah. But no, it was just a case of, in my practice runs, getting bogged down. There's actually 2 spawners down in that little corner there. And so, basically it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, not worth it to stick around and try to fight through all that.
Yeah, this level seems designed for you to keep, like, shooting an enemy in front of you, an enemy in front of you, an enemy in front of you, and then all of a sudden there's an enemy behind you, and you don't really know when that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, this is I won't say this is the best designed level. There's a couple of tricks to it that really get annoying. And me not using the Merculite missiles like I should, but still.
Well, Mercutronium missiles are too, expensive. You gotta use them for the boss.
That's true. But this room's a bitch. And this is me discovering that the afterburner only works in one direction. I can't go backwards using the afterburner. Now, you see that door at the far end there? I'm not certain what the trigger is to open it up. But
yeah, I assume that's where you want to go, but, that's why you didn't just turn around and get out of there immediately.
That door there, I don't know what opens it up, but now we're in the post-boss section of the level.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. And this is me basically, I didn't know if it was going to open up or not, so now you see me making my save there. Also, ow. But this area is technically the spot you can run around in after you've beaten the boss, or rather, there's 2 doors in the boss room. And this is the, there we go. Don't go through there because I'm not certain if the door is one way or not. But the idea is that, there's a second exit to the boss room there's a second exit to the boss room that comes from not beating the boss right away, but just taking another way out. And this is basically that area. So
yeah, I think we saw that a few other times where you could take like a side passage out of the boss room to restock.
Yeah, but normally those would be like little side rooms. This is a full-on, I want to say a quarter of the level. And this is me just, having fun with geometry to fire off into the that main room back there with the nice that annoyed me so much.
Got to make the most of the opportunities you get.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it just me, or is that little tiny red guy shooting even more than he was in earlier levels?
Yeah, his AI's been improving, or the game's AI's basically been set to. Actually, I talked about this last level as well, but you weren't here for that. The AI for individual units can be tweaked and changed. So one of the things that can be changed is the whole. Oh wait, never mind. Get out of the way. Is just how.
Well, I think we get the idea.
Yeah, how aggressive and fast firing the enemies are.
Now, what I want to know is who keeps fitting all these ammo racks onto all these little tiny Hornet units.
I do like the name of the level, though, because it's literally Get Out Station.
So at this point, we're pretty much just looking around for the red door, I suppose.
Oh, I've already found the red door. I went past it already. What I am doing is basically...
yeah.
There's... Right behind me is the exit. And this is me going, okay, what's the trigger to drop these doors? Because I want these earth shakers. And unfortunately, okay, spoilers, I don't find the trigger to open those up, so I can't, fully complete, my collection of 10 earth shakers going into the final level.
Yeah, I mean, those doors are right there, so the trigger probably isn't something as simple as killing the boss. It's probably something hidden.
Yeah, and, it's right...
If the doors themselves are more hidden, then maybe the trigger would be more obvious.
Yeah, but it's also, right beside the exit, so... So, part of me was thinking, maybe it's one of those timed things where it only happens with once the boss dies.
Just a bit of a race
Well,
talk.
if that were the case, you'd think they'd be at the end of a long hallway or something.
True, possibly. Sorry, you were saying, Afada?
I was just saying a bit of a race talk opportunity for the next level.
But hey, at least there's a replacement Mega Missile for the one that failed to kill the Thief Bot. And a cloaking device as far away from being useful as possible. And yes, that stuttering happened in the original game as well, so don't worry guys, that wasn't me badly covering up a transition.
Well, you see, it's a relativistic effect, because you were moving so quickly, the individual frames got more squashed together, so it's the Doppler effect.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, so at this point, exploring isn't so much about finding the keys as it is about finding the resources.
Oh, sorry, just glancing at the map there. One of the things that annoys me, going back through these, editing these, is just how often I just click back and check the maps, because I'm not really sure, does it make for good, LP play if I keep referring to the map every so often, just spend a moment reorienting myself? Does that make for good play or not?
I mean, it's obviously just a matter of play style. I mean, leaving them in obviously makes it clear that if you don't know where you're going, that you're only human and you are going to run into the same kinds of problems memorizing the map as anybody else. Personally, if I were doing this, I guess I'd try and, look at the map less frequently for longer periods of time, but obviously that's kind of hard to do too, so... It's
Yeah.
kind of a no-win situation, I'm afraid.
So I have.
I mean, you spend long enough trying to figure out how to deal with the enemies without also memorizing the layout of the map, too.
So here's the
Oh.
boss.
A friend.
Yes. So guess what enemy damage type it's immune to?
The Gauss cannon.
Yeah, it's immune to kinetic weaponry, and guess what I'm spending way too much time trying to use on?
Yeah, you've opened
He's definitely got a lot of friends here to harass you, too, while you're trying to figure this stuff out.
Now, you may have noticed I've shot these 2 switches. Those 2
At
switches...
least there's plenty of cover.
Yeah. The 2 switches open up... Oop! Open up this room up here, which provides lots of restocking on shields that you'll need, as well as a free cloaking device. But the important part is that I could swear I showed it off. There's a second exit to the secret level up here in the middle of this boss fight room, to the right here, which I don't show off. And okay, jump past me, stop wasting.
Oh, we'll blow him up with a different kind of missile. That'll work this time.
Well, no. You see, you may have noticed there was a small hiccup there. That was where I stopped. Oh, there, you can just glimpse. And realized, wait a second, and watched him play through, and realized, wait a second, I need to be using energy weapons against this guy.
Wow, okay.
So out comes
That's quite
the
a
Helix.
counterattack there.
Yeah, so out comes the Helix cannon. Because if I need to deal all the damage in a short period of time, the Helix cannon is actually the best one for it.
Even better than the Phoenix cannon?
Yes. And, because, yeah, just... There we go. Alright, time to leave, time to leave, time to leave.
Self-destruct sequence active.
And now the question remains, where do we go?
Actually, back through here. You know, you see, this is the second exit to the, like, I was mentioned I was in the back room of it. Back way. You go back through here, come on up. Through this door, that's the, little locked off area. And this is me realizing, wait, I'm out of energy too! Sorry, this is me just panicking because I was out of energy for the game, and it defaulted me to the Omega cannon because it still had the energy in reserve. But that was level 20, and we are off to the last world very shortly. See you all next time.